Alright guys, checking my chickens. How's everyone doing today? How's it going? How's it going? How's it going? Okay. Relatively good, I guess. You guys are ready to work on this. Get some stuff done, huh? What's up, Turgeon? Smoke Eater, how's it going? All right, let's get in the game here. Let's get some things started here. What's up, everyone? My name is Brent. Welcome to Wicked Minis. How's everyone doing on this Friday? Guys, I'm doing pretty good. I'm a little on the downside. I'm like freaking, I am for some reason just dead exhausted on my feet. So, let's see how much more work we can actually get done on this. And then I needed some more things before I can make a mold of some things. For the actual base. The base is looking alright, but I need to get a piece here, so that's where this little rat dude's gonna fit on. And so we'll get there. Braylon, what's up? How's it going? Rosie, how you doing? So we were working on making I'm gonna try to zoom this thing in to a point where we can so we can sit here and start working on more texture on that fabric. You doing good? That's good to hear. Alright, so we gotta get back into our colors because all my colors dried up on the palette here. So you have good old Kritza, or however you want to say his name. Okay, now we're gonna need a little Payne's Gray. I think what we originally wanted to do was wash a little over. Darth Rosie coming in. But we're gonna need a little bold titanium white. Kritza, how you work too? I have no idea. I have no idea. However they say it in Vampire Country. However they say it in Vampire Country. I'm not 100% sure how to say the name. Can't say the name relatively properly. Oh my goodness. So I think what I need to do is get this Payne's Gray. And we're gonna take this medium. It's a glaze wash. We're gonna drop a little droplet in here. Well, that's way more than a drop, but we'll make it work. Okay. How about I take the brush that's out of my mouth? How about that one? How about that? How about that? So I'm going to take a little bit of this medium wash. We're going to take a little bit of the paint, not a lot, put it into the glaze wash here. Now I'm gonna start. You're making kind of almost a different kind of paint now that you're putting the glaze wash medium in there. Adding extra medium is gonna soften how much the pigmentation is. And then I can actually start glazing with this with enough water. Should be able to pull this off, perfect. Still not enough. I wanted to soften it, not completely cover it up, so that was failed attempt number one. Add some more water to this. Show this bottom. Alright, that's a little bit better. I like that a wee bit better. I know, really, Nemo. Twitch doesn't even recognize me anymore. They're like, yeah, you've been doing this for 5 years, you know, go get a job. Kind of thing. That sounds about right. That sounds right up Twitch alley right there. They're like, if you're not rocking 5,000 viewers, you know, go get a job. Let's see how it is. I see how it is. Yeah, anyways, hello. How's it going? How you doing? Alright, so I'm putting this glaze wash in here, and what I'm doing is I'm toning down all that hard weaving that we did for fabrics on the cloth here. That's what we're working on. Oh, hey, we don't need that. That's not cool. The members all say blah blah blah. That they do. That they do. Softening looks really good. Softening did pretty good. Dries pretty quick. Do another coat just to soften it a little bit more. Man, it's like I went back to work yesterday. I'm so freaking sore today. I'm like half dead. I'm like barely making it. I'm so sore today, I could barely move. I was sitting there, I was like, oh my gosh. Of course, getting back to work was like, hey, let's go do some like stupid hard jobs. And I'm like, man, talk about not taking anything easy, man. It was just like a beat down. Flat out beat down, I tell you. Flat out beat down. All right, that looks pretty good. Let's get down to 0. Well, you finished building it. Well, that was quick. You built the Dark Angel Combat Patrol today. Now it's time to prime. Took you all week? Okay, it took you a week to do that? Okay. For some reason, I felt like you were starting that last stream that I was doing. I was like, that was pretty fast. Pretty fast. That was pretty fast. Pretty quick. Okay. Start dipping in the reds, baby. Let's get into this. Oh no. I had an accident. I dropped the miniature in the paint. Oh my gosh, and then like everything's falling over. Right. Come on there, you sucker. There we go. Emergency fix. Spray it with water and we'll worry about everything else a little later. That's grief. I already admitted that I was tired, but that was pretty bad that thing fumbled all the way over there. Okay. Alright, let's get into those. My word. Need something that can absorb moisture. Without breaking everything into a million pieces. This is already a fragile model, so. Really? Man. Was it a finished mini? That's true. That's true. We got it cleaned up. All right. First one is we're gonna use a little bit of this burnt red from AK. Think you got all the mold lines? I know it's always difficult with those. Burnt red. I need a little vermilion, just a little bit. Not a lot. Just a touch. Okay, we're gonna need a little bit of coal black. Coal black. Yeah, it's not bad though. You started on Monday, got everything all mold. Oh man, mold lines suck. And then we're gonna need wine red. Wine red. What's up, Chaotic? How you doing, my man? We're just kind of doing our thing right now. Doing our thing. Going to 0. So much moisture everywhere. Okay. I agree. I finally went back to work yesterday. And luckily I had today off because I'm so sore I can barely move. And then I had to take my dog to the vet. And so he's hating life a little bit because he has to have one of those little cone things around his head. And he absolutely hates life. But I gotta protect himself from licking. He has to stop doing all the licking. So poor Pups is just being miserable. What am I doing? So stupid right now. Yeah, the cone of shame can't stop licking. Lick, 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 lick. Licked himself raw in one area so badly that it's like almost bleeding. And I didn't really realize it, and then I started like, I'm like, oh my god, we need to do something. So I called the vet, was able to get him in today, got him some like, anti-itching shampoos and some like mousse thingy that I gotta rub on his little itch or his little hot spot or whatever the hell his problem is. He's taking some meds or whatnot. And once he has the cone on his head, he starts freaking out and stuff and tries to break it off and stuff. So I had to get like this like super sturdy freaking cone to put around him, and he's just been a pain in the butt. Yeah. Like I don't know exactly what's causing this issue. His food really never changed. They always want to say they're telling me it was like his food he was eating, and I was like, look, been eating the same food for the last like 3 years. Well, I don't know, you just develop an allergic reaction later down the road, so I don't know if it's exactly that. I think maybe it could be like the new shampoo or whatever. I gotta ask the wifey if she changed the shampoo on the dog, because if she did, then maybe that's the thing that's causing the issue. And he's just getting all irritated from it. So I got all this medical shampoo and what have you, and I just gave him a bath today. Rubbing this antiseptic mousse cream stuff, whatever, all over his spots. Man, I'm whooped because it was literally like 40-minute wait over at the vet, and my dog just will not stop pulling. He's just like boom, boom. I mean, just choking himself out, just won't stop. I'm like, dog, you need to stop this. It's like, it's killing me. So yeah, he's gonna hate life a little bit for the next week or so. I think his cone needs to stay on for at least 5 days. Hopefully, I could keep it on there. He's already broken one already. Trying to check texture inside here. A little harder texture inside. Maybe I won't texture. But I think we need to. It's really difficult, but we're gonna try. Just make 1 billion lines. And then that's how you win. That's how you win. My go-to, I've been normally doing fox bite brushes. Exclamation mark fox. These are all my fox bite brushes from Fox Bite. And then I get like 0, 1, 2. Pretty much all I work with. Most of the time, that's what I'm working with. most of the time. There'll be some other strange things that will require me with a smaller brush, like a 3.0, like a 3-0. And sometimes I'll hit some big brushes, some dry brushes. But yeah, these have been the brushes I've been using most. Pro Krill brushes are not that bad, but for the price of Pro Krill brushes, I think I would actually prefer to buy. Now, I like Pro Krill. Like, it's not like Pro Krill brushes are bad, but I do like. I don't know. Like, I like them all right. They're not like terrible. Okay, I've had much worse brushes. Like, GW brushes are like, I don't like them. But I do like certain GW brushes. I like their big old, like, dusters. Like these things. Like these ones. Like, I like these GW brushes. These things are actually pretty cool. Did use a little bit of the Army Painter brushes, but they just kind of they just turn into a disaster zone of trying to dry brush things. GW chisel brushes are pretty nice too. Like their dry brushes, I do like chisel brushes. And then, I don't know. I painted with Pro Krill brushes, but I kind of like their Balm wicks a lot better than I like their new brushes. Funny enough. Now everybody has their kind of opinion on things, but I always like their Balm wicks, but they don't have Balm wicks anymore. They went to those like Pro Sables and Pro Synthetics, and I don't quite like them as much. And then Foxbite was making these brushes for a long time, and I did a lot of his testers and stuff like that. I really like these ones, and I think these are like from, I think they're like golden maple brushes. And they're nice brushes, like I like them. Never really got to try like Opus brushes, but if you're gonna do Opus brushes, I never really tried also the Rosemary and Company or whatever it's called brushes. I would like to test those out one day. And I think Opus brushes are from that same, group of brushes, same company for brushes. So those are probably good brushes. Oh, okay, so you don't like the golden maple? Because I want to say that's what these are probably are. But yeah, they are by far my favorite ones. So I buy mostly all my brushes from Foxbite. These are my favorite ones. I've done so much work with these brushes and they last so long, and I don't take care of them. You look at this thing, it looks like it's been destroyed. And so I beat my brushes up so bad. That's how I break them in. Eclipse, you're my only watcher for today? Well, I appreciate you. I appreciate you. Giving that support over there on YouTube, I really do. I do appreciate it. Let's see, there's one that says sold out. Then also Foxbite does have a website as well. And you can check those out. They'll have like individuals. I think they're like groups of 3s. I mean, never mind. No worries, no worries. No worries. The great part about me like dual streaming on YouTube and Twitch is that I can immortalize the video on YouTube, which is excellent. And it's still entertaining people over on Twitch as well. So it's a win-win in my book. So then people don't have to worry about like, because Twitch only holds on to my videos for so long before they just go obsolete. And then they're always on YouTube forever. So that makes things nice, you know. Ooh, boy. Yeah, that jump scared the crap out of me. What is up, Dragoon? How you doing? Four Musketeers, they ain't bad. I still prefer the sable brushes. Well, the fox. Well, the Musketeers are the same ones also, and I do have a set of those. But there's two arrow-tipped brushes in there, which they're okay, and then you got two that's like a 1 and a 0. No, 1 and a 0. Maybe a 1 and a 0. Maybe. Something of that sort. I'm trying to think. But I still think that is a different kind of brush than these brushes. So the ones that are the Pride, the 7 Deadly Sins brushes, I believe that they're a different kind of set of brushes than those Four Musketeers. They're saying like the Four Musketeers don't have a thin enough tip on the brush. They work good for like covering some good coverage surfaces and stuff. But like fine detail works and stuff, like what I'm doing right now is trying to put all these stipulant lines on here. I wouldn't be doing that with those. I wouldn't be doing it with those brushes. So I have like the Four Musketeers, and then I have like a 0 or double 0 of the Pro Sables. I do like that. I think it's a double 0. I really do like that brush from Pro Sable for Monument Hobbies. That's a nice brush. So I use that for my fine details, and then all my other ones for covering surface coverage. At my other paint station, I use the Four Musketeer brushes. You just got home? Yeah. Just got home, huh? Well, that's a good day. Do some painting. Got to be up for 6:30 for an RTT tomorrow. Oh, you've been busy doing those RTTs also. That's good. Like, I don't have any time to play any games lately. Like board games, unfortunately. Kind of bummed out about it. Okay, now we've got the thing super bright, so now we're gonna wash it down with the wine red. Pulling a little bit of that, water it down. Gotta give that a minute to dry. Probably needs another coat. And we'll work on the fur. I still need to wait for some stuff so I can get a piece of one of my terrain pieces, but I need to square it all off and stuff. So during Tuesday I finished some more stuff. So I finished some more stuff that'll be going on my eBay store here pretty soon. Let's see here. You guys already saw like all my spiders. I've been working on Necrons off camera, so I've been painting a ton of Necrons. So I've been getting like all the spiders all done, and so I can get them all on my eBay store. So almost done with all my Necrons. I think I only got like 15 more miniatures or something like that. Something crazy like that. That spider, the Canoptic Swarm spider, whatever it was, and then this one's like the Triarch spider, the big old giant old bastard here. He looks pretty good. I like him too. I like him a lot. He doesn't have a box to fit in just yet. And then I did the hex mark. He's glowy and ready to shoot fools. Looks pretty good too. So that's it for all the dudes, and then now I'm working on HQ stuff. So I got the plasmancers. That's 3 of them, because I had 3 of these dudes for some. Well, I know what the reason is, but 3 plasmancers. I just finished these guys, so they look pretty good. So nice and washed and ready to rock. So got 3 of those dudes done. Now I'm working on whatever, I forget what the heck the dude's name is. What was wrong? Now I can't stack them? Whatever. Anyways. I've got, oh, there it goes. Falls right on the ground. Anyways, so I got those guys done. And now I'm working on, like, I forgot what the other dudes are, but they have like the excuse me, I'm sorry. Whatever Lord with the Tesseract arrow or the Tesla arrow or whatever you want to call it. Let's throw another coat of this. Oh my gosh, really? Man, I don't think I should be painting today. What the hell is wrong with me? What is going on here? Next. Probably working on all this fur here. Now, there was a problem with the color that I mixed, and I probably did this wrong. So what I need to do is probably revert back to my black brown if I got a black brown anymore. That's mahogany, that's dark umber. I think this is it? Yeah. We need to go into a black brown and cover everything up. Yeah, the neck runs turned out pretty good. And then I only got like 15 more. They're all just HQs. I saved 2 of them, so we'll paint this dude on stream. The Scorpec Destroyer Lord, the Scorpec Lord or whatever, and then we'll do the something dragon. I forget what the hell this guy is. He's too cool not to do it, so. And I got cool, like, I got Green Stuff World Chrome. So I got Green Stuff World Chrome Metal. So I'm going to shoot the dude with that. I don't know what this is. What's this? Ooh, that's interesting stuff. So yeah, so I was going to play around with that chrome and see what we got going there. Ow. Foot hurts really bad. Oh, I know, I forgot to do something real quick. I think it's going to look really neat. Perfect. Ow, my freaking foot hurts so bad. Why? I don't know. I don't know. It's brutal though. Alright. Let's work on all this first stuff. Actually, this dude's relatively easy, to be honest, to paint up. It's not like a lot going on with this dude. It's not like the countless hours I was spending painting all that non-metallic metal on that Stormcast Eternal model that we were doing. Boy, that was a lot. Let's go ahead and get a little bit bigger of a brush. I need something a little bit bigger. Pro-metallic intelligence of our Necron overlords and turn away from the blasphemous Emperor and his Weasley minions, so-called Emperor. Yeah, I think like Necrons have kind of a solid strategy. I mean, they want to be like, I mean, it's getting all the admechs like all hot and bothered about those freaking Necrons. They're like, see, this is what we want to do. Flesh is weak. But I definitely can say what's really nice is that I only needed just one more pot of that GW Rune Lord Brass to spray the rest of the Necrons, and I'm like, I am almost done with all these dang Necrons. You know, the Necrons all done, and then I'll be working on some Dark Angels off stream. It's mostly a lot of like, what are they called? Deathwing Terminators. And then I got the Raven Wing stuff. Nothing really like Dark Angel stuff. Oh, sorry guys, I am freaking dying right now. Let's see how much we can actually get done. Oh, messing with the dog so much, dude. My allergies are dead. Oh, poor. Oh, so allergic to animals. Everybody's saying infestation needs them for a morbid. Only way to be sure, yeah. Man, I think, well, I went back to work yesterday and I just got my butt kicked like hard. And I've been out of work for like weeks. And then it just went in and it was just like, oh, do all this stupid hard stuff. And then I'm like super sore. Like, I'm so sore. It was like, we had to go do this like big old warehouse. And I had to check all the bait traps, like all the bait boxes. There's probably like 80 or so boxes inside that place. And so it's like you're literally doing like 80 freestand squats. So you're just like squatting down, grab a box, opening it up, check it, put it back, get up, move over, squat down again. It's like you're doing like a squat, side step, squat, side step, squat, because there are like a bunch of bay doors everywhere. And then you got, and there's bait boxes on each one of them, and you just sit there and you're just up and down, up and down, up and down. You do it like 80 times. I'm like super sore, like my legs are just like on fire. I'm just tired, and then I was dealing with my dog. I had to take my dog to the vet today. And he's been licking himself so bad, he's licking the fur off of his skin, and it's getting all festery and like it's like raw. He's been just licking himself raw. I had to take him to the vet, and he was just nothing but just pulling the whole time because he wants to be everybody's friend. I mean, he's a sweet dog, but God, he was killing me today. And then it was such a long wait at the vet place, man. Like, I waited there like 40 minutes before I was able to get inside. Like, I even set up an appointment with him, and I still had to wait like 40 minutes on top of that. It was crazy. I'm like, I'm exhausted. This dog's whipping my butt for like an hour, over an hour, just beating me up, pulling and pulling and pulling and pulling. I couldn't get him to sit down and calm down. He was just totally amped up. And after I did that, came home and I was like, man, I'm whooped right now. Like, my legs hurt. Freaking dog was killing me. So yeah, I'm just like super tired. I'm gonna have to get up super early in the morning so I make sure that my son makes it to the bus on time. And he gets up earlier than I do. So I get up at like 6 in the morning. He gets up at like 5:30 in the morning to get himself ready for the school. Because it takes the bus at 6:30. So I get up at 6 to make sure that he's up and ready to go. Or sometimes he'll sleep through his alarm clock. And my wife is not much of an early bird herself, so I don't mind getting up early. It's just been a long day. And then I stream like super late. So it's hard to kind of get my... And then once I'm done streaming too, I'm all kind of like fired up and amped up and stuff. So like Tuesday stream, I don't think I went to bed until like 11 or 11:30 at night, and then I gotta get up at 6 to make sure my boy's catching the bus on time. And then yesterday I had to get up and get ready and go to work. And today I had today off, thankfully, because I don't know how much my legs could take it. No, I won't have, like, we're on a weekend now, but it's been since Tuesday. I've been tired because we were streaming on Tuesday, but I didn't go to bed until like 11:30. I get a little amped up when I'm streaming, so when I'm off stream, it takes me a while to kind of mellow down and go to bed. And so I was just not catching up, so I just been kind of tired the whole week. And then tomorrow I have school because I got to do all my schooling. I got to do all my schooling ahead of time. So I got all my assignments done for this week last Saturday. And then tomorrow, Saturday, I got to do schoolwork for my 2 assignments that I have for this coming week. And if they're relatively easy, I'll do even more. So this is for me. I got a day ahead of myself for tomorrow. And then I gotta varnish all these cool miniatures that we finished up throughout the week. That's always cool too. So we finished up, Vulcanist Ston. He looks good. And then we got Ajax. Gotta get them all varnished, ready to get shipped out. And then varnish all my other miniatures I did for the Necrons, get those things prepped up for eBay. I'll probably have to do that on Saturday too. Let's see, it just got X-Men after 7 years. I just got X-Men after 7 years. Like, I feel he's a good boy. Yeah. That's a lot better there. This is definitely a reminder of how much I keep myself a little too busy. I need to keep myself less busy, that'd be nice. I'm just super busy. Alright, let's sit and get into the smaller brush. Okay, so we're gonna still be using that brown gray. That's a 1. Where's my 0 brush? Build some company heroes, huh? Bring those company heroes in your salamander army. Ah, they're gonna be the bodyguards for Vulcan, huh? Nice. The kid also makes captain models? Well, that's cool. Come on, paint. You need to come off my brush. Pretty good. Just got done from having dinner with friends. That's awesome. A place that does all you can eat family style chicken? Oh, that sounds amazing. That sounds amazing. There you go. It's like Lord of the Rings style of eating food. You're just like, we just took a bunch of chickens and shredded them in pieces and just threw them on a plate, and you guys just go and just feast yourself. Dream Big, what's up? Guys, here we're working on, what's his name? Kritza, the Rat Prince. He's from the Age of Sigmar game from Games Workshop. It's a tabletop game. He's kind of like a vampire-ish kind of dude. Goes for the Soulblight Grave Lord's army, and so he's like a established vampire with all these rat pelts all over him. I'm trying to make him a little stylish here. Working on stipulating 1 billion lines. Trying to get all the fur to work up. Getting the tight woven parts on the fabric. How about 11 inches? Luncheon, afternoon tea, dinner, supper. What's up, Antifreeze? How you doing? What is up? You know what I'm doing is in here putting a million lines on this model. This model is a endurance of line work. Stipulating lines. And sneezing all this stream. I had allergy meds too. I'm still dying. Oh my gosh. Oh, it's like another pulling kink in my neck. Oh. Goodness. Tracy, and you are back. You are back. Welcome back. Welcome back. For a Super Bowl, defeat a small army, doing a brunch in a frozen appetizers. Nice. All right. That works. Yeah. I think we're doing something for Super Bowl. I'm not 100% sure. So technically, like, all my friends and their teams didn't go to the Super Bowl, so I don't really got... That wasn't the talk of the hour, it looks like. What's up, Dagoon? How you doing? Coming in with that sub 24 months. I appreciate that. 2 years, buddy. 2 years. I appreciate that. Alright, let's stipulate a little bit more lines in this shenanigans. We're going to take a little bit of white, keep mixing it into that brown gray that we got. Keep making them brighter. Brighter and brighter and brighter. What is that? Oh, some sort of fuzz on my stuff. Two of us, and I got pierogi, pot stickers, potato skins, pizza rolls, nuggets. Think I'm missing something. Taquitos. There you go, some taquitos. Been on for a while, been sleeping a lot lately. Ew. That's something that I wish I'd be doing like right now. I am just gassed out today. These rats have like little rat faces. The rest of the bodies, though, they look like possums. Of course you would, music. Of course you would. Of course you would. I saw that you were working on Michelangelo, like the Ninja Turtle, on the whips. Yeah, it looks good. You're getting a lot of cool little odds and end jobs to paint up stuff. Those are interesting. Shop's front window, that's cool. Now, I need to integrate a little bit of black into this. I'm going to take some of that black, brown too. I'm just going to add more black to it. Good. Now we got to be even, thinner lines and not as much of it. So I have to repaint that one. Oh, okay. So you have to do another Raphael. No worries. Okay, no worries. Ow. I don't know what I gotta do about my foot. Freaking hurts. Like zoning out. All right. We need to go in a little bit of burgundy because rat faces, a snarling little nasty rat face, disliked rodents. They have a little bit of a pink, like from their nose and partial face. There's a little pinkish. So we're actually gonna go in this pale pink because I'm trying to use it up anyways. Okay. Good. Okay, now we're gonna dip in a little bit of this. Nasty little rats. Nasty little rats. Funny that some of these rats have eyes and the other ones really don't. Deal like this rat's missing an eye.
Someone got the
Oh,
filter.
hey, you freaking scared the shit out of me. Golly. What the hell's wrong with people and jump scaring me right now? Gosh dang, Sarah, dude, my wife just scared the crap out of me. No knocking, no nothing, just sit there and just yell at me right at the door. Goodness grief. Actually, I don't think rats have any hair on their ears. I'm like thinking, I'm like, I know the internal part don't have hair, but I'm always thinking the external part don't have hair either. A lot of stinking rat heads, dude. faces. We got to go up a little brighter. We're gonna add more of the pale pink. Probably the brightest that we want to go here. Then we'll go back in the black, hit the top part of the nose. But I still don't know. I still feel like rat noses are, I still feel like they're pink too. Yeah, rats have big old pink noses. Man, they got like pink ears too. Yeah, so I was right about this from the get-go. Creepy little guys. Creepy little rats. Like I should know what rats look like. Deal with enough of them, that's for sure. That is what these stinking rats look like. Now I gotta make the little beady little eyes. That's what they need. Disgusting little beady eye rats. Well, that one went by a lot quicker than I was even expecting. Okay, now we gotta work on the boots. Rat prints and boots. The guy's in boots. This guy just hitting just right. Oh man. It makes me want to go get a bottle of scotch, get a glass of scotch. That sounds like such a great idea. Alright, so since he has this cool pimp cane, we're probably gonna just keep it with the pimp cane. So cheers. I know, like I want bottle. I know the wife will come and bug me again. So I'll ask her to give me my single shot of scotch. That sounds like a great idea. Lots of ice. Scotch with a lot of ice. Probably not going to get much done once I start drinking those. There's no Gobby Brown. There's no Gobby Brown right here. Here we be. Give him a pimp cane. Yeah, pretty much a single finger is like a shot. 2 fingers, double shot. 3 fingers are like triple shot. Yeah. Yeah. Maybe like a fingers, but maybe a shot and a half is like, I don't know. I would have to measure it. I'm not gonna know. I need to get my whiskey glass and freaking. I got a good one. Yeah, these ones are the Alaskans. I'm drinking Alaskans. These are Kolsch beers. Oh nope, this is amber ale. Amber ales are good. I don't know. Seems like the freaking shots here. Well, I guess shots are different everywhere, but I don't know. This seems like here in Nevada, like a shot's like freaking massive glass. Probably holds like a shot and a half. Like normally you got a shot. It's like normally one of those little tiny shot glasses. Yeah, like my shot glasses are all like monster suckers. It's artist inspiration. Yeah, that's pretty much all it is. All his artists are just nothing but just all the artists are just a bunch of drunks, I guess. Looking for inspiration. Yeah, a shot's like an ounce. I figure that like that's like a finger worth in a glass. I feel like is a shot, but it could be a shot and a half though. I guess it depends on the size of your fingers too. If you got big old freaking monster Polish sausage fingers, then yeah, it's gonna be a little bit more than just an ounce for a finger width of whiskey. I don't talk about it so much. I better go get one. Alright, let's go get the Gobby Brown all over this and then we'll figure everything else out in a little bit. Give him his little pimp cane. Wondering if I want to make his handle of his sword. Yeah, let's do it. Oh, and then we gotta do this part too. It's a pretty cool looking miniature, right? Destination Castle, what's up? The corn, dude, has so many freaking details. The corn, this. The CC corn, dude. I don't even care what kind of chaos space bro that you do. They're all freaking ridiculously detailed. Oh, you got a creature caster one? Nah, those dudes, like creature caster has a bunch of detailed freaking models. Yes. Uh-huh. 5 years, sir. 5 years I've been streaming. 5 years you can't learn to stop jump scaring me every moment that you got when I'm painting.
I was just talking about the dog's toe.
Yeah, I took him to the vet. Yeah, he's probably having an allergic reaction to something. His fur is all dandered and stuff. He sneezes a lot. And he licks himself all over the place till the fur's coming off. So I gave him a bath today with the medical shampoo that they gave me. And then I put the mousse antiseptic freaking foamy stuff that they gave me also on his junk because he won't stop licking it. Then he takes a chewable. No, it takes a chewable something antibiotic thingy, and then the other, or maybe it's one or the other. And then the other one is for his anxiety because he's like, he doesn't do very well at the vet. He hides behind me the whole time, so he's just like, no. Well, he doesn't like the vets. Once they poked him in the butt once for the temperature dealio, he's never been the same afterwards going there. He was all happy-go-lucky, and then all of a sudden they're like, boop, he was just like, stay away from me.
Like, I know what you're gonna do. You probe and poke me.
Yeah, so now we take him there.
Violated me.
Yeah, and then now he's just like, no, don't touch me, don't touch me, don't touch me. He always like veers away. I couldn't take him to the animal hospital place that was right down the street from us. They were just packed. They couldn't do it until Tuesday. But then they told me to call the other one that's like sister companies to them. Remember the Summit Ridge one that's out there? Friggin' that one's nice. I mean, let alone it's a little bit smaller of a waiting room and stuff like that. But they got me in the same day. Like they're just like, yeah, go on in. It was like, sweet. I waited there for a long time though, and Loki was killing me, yanking me all over the place. And then, yeah, because he was just completely covered in dander. So they're saying that, yeah, like when I took him there, I mean, he was just dandruff coming off of him like crazy. I don't know if you guys did. I know, but the last bath you gave him, did you change any of the shampoos or anything? And that could be what's caused it. That could be a problem. That could be problematic. So, because now I did them with the medicated shampoo and stuff, and then all of a sudden all the dandruff's like fucking, like gone off of them. That stuff works really good. And then, so you do that twice a week. You want for the medicated shampoo, and you give them all the meds every 12 hours or so. And then, so he does. I guess he's not doing until tomorrow. No, 'cause I bathed them, and then I put the thing on his the moose stuff, and yeah, so yeah, because he just kept on just going to town on his groin area, and it's so raw. I was just like, oh my god,
Okay, and you don't think it's the food, do you?
well, he's been eating the same food for like 3 years. So
Yeah.
I just don't think that this erupted here just recently. So something changed from the last time to now. So I was feeling like it was probably the shampoo, or the shampoo's not getting completely rinsed off of him, and it kind of stays in that area, and it's irritating him, and he's licking it all, constantly licking. Yeah, because that's when things started going bad. It's when that started happening. Yeah, he's probably been looking at it since the first time he changed the shampoo. So he could be just super sensitive from that. Because I don't think it's the dog food, and we haven't really got any different dog treats. And so I'm like, it can't be that. And they were talking about like, oh, well, maybe you have to do the dog food. I'm like, he's been eating the same dog food for like 3 years. When did they all of a sudden just get allergic to it? I thought he had the wound there before I started cooking bread. Pretty sure. But we'll lay off that though. Yeah, just start giving him stuff. And then I can't remember. Anyways, yeah, that's about it. There's like 4 things on the counter. His tail. Forgot about the little tails here. Rat tails. Voyeur of Doom, what's up? How's it going? What is up? Doggo was in the Plague Wars? Yeah, dude, like, yeah, he was festering pretty bad. You don't know exactly what's causing it. A lot of things just like process of elimination. Just gotta eliminate things because he was fine forever. Eats the same food forever. So something changed recently, and that's what causing him to have these little itching, disgusting Nurgle fits. Yeah, how's it going? How are things? I'm gonna sit that there. It says Dragoon's been sitting there talking about freaking scotch really bad. I think I want one too. Want one too. It's been one of them days. It's been one of them weeks too. I'll be right back, guys. Get rid of this thing. We good. Ow, 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 ow. What's a California sober? I don't know what that means. Yeah, I'm confused. That's a new one. What's a California? Never been to Cali in my life. Oh, okay, all right. I sat there. I'm like, I don't know. Oh, Minnesota sober the other day was no hard liquor. Oh, I never heard of those. Yeah, it's slightly less degenerate now, I guess. Maybe months ago about it, maybe more than that. So thank you. Absolutely, absolutely. It takes some. It's hard, man. Like it is freaking hard. I mean, I haven't been on anything that's like super crazy in years. And all I do is just booze. I don't even smoke anymore. I'm done smoking. It's been 2 years now not smoking. Like, no smoking cigarettes, no tobacco products. So it's like 2 years, I'm good. I still have an occasional beverage. Normally it's when I'm streaming, so I have like a beverage while I'm painting. I don't do that every day. I only do that like when we're streaming, and that's only 2 days a week. So that's about all I do. Used to do like I used to do like 2 beers, but now I don't even do that. I only do 1 beer. But now I'm getting I'm laying off a little bit, and I actually got a scotch here. So I got a Spiel Dog here. I got a malt scotch.
My Steam is being all weird and wonky, and it's like put email or phone number and then I put your phone number, and it's like, welcome, right? We need your password. I'm like, what the fuck?
Well, that sucks for you. Sucks for you, buddy boo.
And I wanted to get that freaking.
Sucks for you, buddy boo. I gotta go to the bathroom. You need to go away.
Well, you typed it after.
I'm not typing nothing for nothing.
Come on.
No.
Please.
No.
You're mean.
Ah. Oh, for sure, man. For sure. Like, it's no big deal. Like, I've literally been in that boat, man. Been in that boat many years. On, off, on, off, on, off, on. God, ugh. Do that too many times, you're going to have a freaking heart attack. Can't do that crap. You're gonna be like Nikki Sixx and shit. Like sober forever, come back and hitting the same crap that you did hit, and then freaking just keel over and die, but then get resurrected again. Crazy. Crazy, crazy, crazy. Sweat and puke. Oh yeah. Oh god. I swear it lasted longer than a week, but maybe it was only a week. Golly, I just remember just being so gosh dang sick. Oh, it was so bad. At least a week. I felt like it was more than a week. Like week, 2 weeks, cold sweats, vomiting, pains everywhere. You just hurt like all like your nerves all through your body. Everything hurts. Just so sick, just flu. Like you feel like you have a flu, but you don't have the flu. It is a horrible feeling. That's why people go back to it, because they're like, I don't want to feel like that. And I get it. Like I get it. It's pretty bad. Cheers. Yeah, that one's all right. But yeah. Right, feeling much better after several months. Several months, that's a great achievement, dude. Several months is great. That's a good amount of time. That's like a really good amount of time. That's great. That's good for you, dude. I'm proud of you. Like, it takes a lot. It takes every little ounce of willpower out of that shit. So yeah, you keep it going. You're doing great. You're doing good. Nemo Elite THC max 0.5 grams per week at start. Now I can't even deal with any THC products at all. It makes me insta sick. Insta sick. I need like Woodstock 69 THC. I can't do anything, dude. Like I mean instant sick. I mean as soon as lungs fill up, soon as my stomach digests whatever it goes with that stuff, it's immediately sick. Like immediate into vomiting. Like it just nausea and vomiting. I'm like, oh, like hell with this. Oh, I bet. You know, walking in the footsteps of the guy ahead of you. That's how recovery's been in it for me. Yes. Down and just try to be real bad. As best as I could possibly tell you, I can't explain it any other way. That is like you have to want this. You have to want this. And that's the only way that makes this work is you have to want this. And so you have to want to stop. And then when it goes in there, it's like, then it's the challenges afterwards, the things that you're going to be at. You're probably still 6-7 months. I feel like even in that time, like urges can kind of come and go. It seemed like you got over the hefty hill. It's like I always say, like the first 3 months. Is like they're tremendously they're horrific. That's like being in a horror film. Like it is bad in that first 3 months. Attitude change, everything. You're shitty all the time. Like it's just bad. And then up to the 6 months, like that, the cravings are probably still there, but they're probably relatively more manageable than they were 3 months ago. And you just gotta keep on that path. You just keep on that path. Keep on that path. My big one was just cutting out all contacts that led to anything to it. And then that made it a lot easier. It breaks friends. Yes, it breaks friends and friendships and shit. It does. And you're just like, you know what? Just take the phone, throw it in the trash, start anew. Like, that's what I did. I'm like, I was too high to memorize their numbers anyway, so I couldn't do it. Yeah. I was welding? Shoot, I wish I was doing it instead of doing pest control. Like, that's where I'm at now. Like, that's what I've been doing for the last 7 years of pest control. Welding's an old degree that I have. I'd love to do a welding job. Welding would be awesome. The classes I'm taking now is for HVAC, so I can learn how to take out my furnace and AC unit and put in a new one efficiently and stuff. A lot of bridges and lose a lot of friends. Get out of it. You got to. If you're trying to better yourself, you have to. Okay? If you're trying to better yourself, you got to. It sucks, yes, but it's a must. Like that, it's a hard thing to do. It's a hard thing to let that go because you're just like, ah. And I get it. Another hard thing too. Another hard thing. Getting out of the one thing that you're in and heavily substituting it for another thing. So that's a tough one too. That's a tough one. Like that was like a big problem that I had too. I was substituting one problem for another problem. So I went from that to like drinking heavily, but it just doesn't it doesn't do the same thing, right? But I was substituting it so heavily that I was drinking way too much. And then that stopped once I got a DUI. Like that happened when I got a DUI. When I got my DUI, that's when like the drinking came to a halt for quite some time. I was sorry. I was literally scared to drink for a couple years. Ariel, what's up? How's it going? Like I was like, once I got a DUI, I was like super scared. Like I was scared of drinking. And then that there, like it was just making me sick. Like, you know, you drink too much, you get all sick and pukey and stuff. It's gross. So you kind of manage your way of not drinking so much not to get that state, right? And then once the DUI hit, I stopped drinking for a couple years. And then it was like manageable drinks. Like I only drink like twice a week. Good enough. And then I just paint for the rest of my life. And this has probably been the substitution that is probably substituting all of it for all these years. You know, I was like 15. What? How old am I? Well, I'm 40 now. When did I stop? 22? 18 years? 18 years sober? Yeah, no problem. 18 years drug free. And then now I'm just like slight beverages. I hardly can drink it anyways as it is. The older I get, the worse it's getting. Yeah, I think I stopped at 22. Could have been 23. So anywhere between 17 and 18 years now of drug free. I haven't had any drugs since then. If you don't drink much, usually just like one, and only if I'm not going anywhere. Absolutely, like it meant for some and not for all, and you know, you keep it minor. It's more of like an acquired taste. Like I enjoy it. Like I enjoy them now. I enjoy them more now than I did before. Before I was just drinking to get all messed up. And now I just drink it because I actually like the taste of it. Like you're kind of like feeling the flavors, I guess. You know? Start taking it in a connoisseur kind of way, and then you're not really that bad. No, they're kind of slow. Like this one here, I got a Scotch malt whiskey. It's okay. It's not as good as Dalwhinnie Scotch, but you know, it's kind of like those things. I'm not drinking these things to get hammered off of them. I'm drinking them because of the pleasantry of the flavor and aromas and stuff. Little rat tails for all those rats. No, I saw at a young age what it did. That both grandparents were dead and some friends. The fifth grade came home and my grandfather laying on the floor, alcohol and blood pressure meds. As they say, that moment solidified the resolve and never get. Yeah, it can. Yeah, sometimes it can shock you that way, shock you to not want to do it. Go to sleep with sleep pills or being drunk. That's a big number one thing that I have heard from. See, I can't experience that because I was never like I've never been in the military. But all my military friends, exactly same thing that you said, Dragoon. Soon as getting out of the military, it was either sleeping pills or drinking really heavily. And you and like every military person I have had for friends, and I have like a dozen of them, and they have all said exactly the same thing, like exactly the same thing. It intrigues me immensely because it's just like, I guess, a transition from that. And it was just having a hard time, different kind of structure, different kind of schedule, different kind of things. I don't know, like the stressors of being in the military or whatever. But yeah, I hear this every time too. This is interesting. The last 2 years in the Army, only way I could sleep was pills or drink. Or drink for several days and then go in this stupid drinking too much and use the pills and then use the pills a few days later and go on this stupid and back and forth. To the right, thankfully retirement got rid of the driver. Okay, all right. So your retirement was the one that got you kind of out of it. So you're talking about not being out of the military. You said your last 2 years in the Army. Okay, so your last couple years just hitting you way too hard, huh? Too many stressors to take in, and then it's hard to sleep. I can see that. I can see that. A lot of my military friends are like that. Like the last years of their military career is that they were messing up on the drinks. Led to other things. Got some other ones that are PTSD, and the quell those is the heavily drink. Yeah, like I still need some things for medical help for a lot of these guys, a lot of the people in military. Like, my heart goes out for them because I've always wanted to be in the military, just never had a chance to. I could never be. My medical records proved I cannot be in it, no matter what I can do or say or anything. Really sucks. Really sucks because I really wanted to do it. Really sucks. Well, that's good. At least you were able to quell it back after you retired. Were able to retire. They can get bad. Different kind of responsibilities too. Like there's some people like me, like I can have a beverage and be fine. Like I said, they're all the same. Once you start getting in that addict thing, when you start becoming dependent on a substance that is changing the way that you are being, all the stories are exactly the same. Okay? They're all exactly the same because we're all following the same footsteps. We're all taking some form of a substance to quell something that we are trying to get over, to cope with. And it is, in the substance of any kind, is the quickest way to cope with whatever the issue is. Problem is with the substance is that it gets addicting because the coping is easier to do with substance than not doing it without it, right? So that's what's the worst thing about the whole problem of being addicted to anything, right? Is that it is helping coping with something, right? And we rely on it way too easy because it's way too easy to easy to quell whatever problem that you're having so fast with a substance, right? So all stories are exactly the same because it follows the same pattern no matter who you are, what it is. I drink because I can't sleep. You take sleeping pills because you can't sleep. You know, the stress levels are too high, so I take this to calm down. Whatever the relatively excuse is, whatever you want, you're taking the quick coping of substance that makes it faster for you, you know? You're looking for the quick way instead of looking for some other ways of managing those problems that you're having, you know? And it's a harder route, of course, that's a harder route, but it's a healthier route because the other one leads you down being a freaking a tweaker, a gutter tweaker, doing things that you never thought you would ever do in your life. And I don't know which one is worse. You know, and in that thing, you know. Well, everybody, yeah, absolutely, yeah. Jail for selling, yeah, absolutely. I've been down that road. Shoot, I've been down that road. And then it really sucks when you go to jail and stuff, especially for charges of like those kind of things. Because when you start going in that arena, now you're in that vicious cycle. You're going to come out, you're going to have a hard time finding jobs, you're going to go like that, it's going to revert back to that again. Like, that's what the hard part about when you do get busted, you do go to jail, and you are getting charged for those things, then it's really hard to get yourself doing something else because it's hard to find another job that'll hire you because of what you've done. Yep. That's tough when you're going to jail for those. That is tough. High stress jobs, yeah, high stress jobs. Family problems. Yeah. Big ones like my friends in the military issues. That are, you know, requires them the constant being hurt or whatnot that cause like a form of like a PTSD, mental health kind of deal. I have like 2 or 3 friends that are like that. Substance abuse comes really quickly after. The depressions, bipolarism, mental health states, you know, kind of like those kind of things. Really quick to get into substance abuse real fast. You know, yeah. There's a handful of them. There's a lot of them. But yeah, it's been so many years since being sober that even when kind of like the THC problem is that it's just a no-go. There's nothing I can do about that at all. It was funny because I like left my last job because they drug tested me like all the time. So there was nothing that I can do about doing, you know, THC products or goods. And then when I left it to work at this job that I was like, okay, before I start, I'm gonna do this, you know. And I could never because it makes me so sick. Something I always thought about for a very long period of time. And you guys say how many years went by? It was a lot of years. And then I was in there. I was like, I'm gonna try, but couldn't do it. I tried it, got super sick, and I was like, you know what, hell with this. It wasn't even worth my time to begin with. I don't like being pukey and sick. I do not like it. It's gross. I hate it. It's terrible. And I just give it up. So, but I am proud of you. The Warrior of Doom, I am proud of you. Keep it up. Keep it up. It only gets better. It only gets better. You might not think so. It always gets better. You might have these ups and downs in your regular life as it is, but it gets better. It gets better. I promise you, it gets better. It gets better. You know, things might happen in your life, but that might bring you to an ultimate low. But nothing can bring you any lower than if you were on any kind of form of substance. You know, whatever it is, a heartbreak, a loss in a family, or whatever, you can get down into a low, but nothing gets any lower than being on something that takes you even lower than that. So keep on going. You're doing great. Keep it going. Keep it going. It only gets better. It only gets better. Oh, those are the worst, dude. Worst. Those are the worst. It is the best, absolutely. And then whatever you normally spend on your subs and stuff, then you just buy miniatures and then you won't have any money for it anyways. Paint's coming in with that raid. I appreciate that. What's up? Welcome, Raiders. Paints. How's it going? What you up to? How's your stream? Yeah. Community's the best. Online, man. I feel the itch. You're going to, but just keep strong, man. Keep strong. You got this. Keep strong. Like, it's only gonna get better. It's only gonna get better. The itch will go away. The itch will go away. Yeah, just keep painting, man. Just keep painting. The itch will go away. You're right there. You're more than halfway there where the itch will start dissipating significantly as months go by. And then before you know it, dude, it's just a thing of a past. Stream was good. Good to hear. Good to hear. For some reason, that one tasted like very salty. I didn't like that malty one. A little bitter on that one. Stream was good. Did you see some B-dude? Whoa. Stream was good. Did some B-dude just to have that? Oh, okay. Boy, man, I ain't reading that wrong. Stream was good. Did a B-dude? You just need that win. Just getting that. Getting a model just done, get that feel of having a model done. I chase that. That's probably my biggest high I chase in my life, is finishing miniatures. When you finish a miniature, you get that like adrenaline rush that you're almost done with the miniature, and when the miniature's done, you're like, wah. That right there, I chase that every day. This is probably my substance replacement, is these stinking miniatures. But it doesn't hurt anybody, so I think we're good. But yeah, that's awesome. Doing a little B-dude, getting that thing done. All right. Where the fuck? I don't even know where I was at. This is a quick 4-hour paint. That's nice. That's nice. Get it all done in one stream. That is nice. What's up, Tiny Wars? How you doing? It's a wicked, that's right. Getting some stuff done. That's right. Ooh, okay, so we gotta do a little bit of gold non-metallic metal. It's a little bit. He has his pimp staff. his pimp belt, and then the handle of the sword. Okay? The heath of the sword? Whatever you want to call it. I just got the Gobby Brown on. And then here we go. Yeah, how are things? How are things? I had to order some things off of Amazon so I can actually do a mold press of one of my terrain pieces, because I don't really technically want to like cut one of my terrain pieces because I need a little square. So like I need a little square piece to go right here for this whole thing. So I need a piece that goes right here. And I'm struggling with that a little bit because I don't have enough stuff to make things work. So I thought I had 2-part resin somewhere, and that's missing. So I have to order some of that too. And then I'm going to use my son's Legos, and we're going to build little Lego trays, because those look like those are the best things to hold anything together, is those little Legos. So I'm going to do the Legos, and then you can use non-drying clay, and then you'll put them up, like you'll have like the little, you know, like the big square of Legos, like the big flat piece thing, and then you put the Legos on it, and then you'll make a square that fits completely around what you're going to be making, right? And then you'll fill it in with the non-dry clay over top of the little bump things that you put the Legos in. And then you just build the walls of the Legos because they come in so tightly. And then you'll do the silicone pieces there. And then after the silicone pieces, then you'll fill in those silicone things with resin. So I thought that was like a really, really good idea. Like a really, really good idea. So I'm gonna do that. Oh, we need a little bit of white sands too. So gold is Gobby Brown. Using the scale 75. I like it because I don't have to mix a medium in it. You still can mix a medium in it if you need some like smoother glazes. You can put a medium in there, but these ones are pretty good. I can water them down just with water. Gobby Brown, then we go into this Marduk yellow. And then followed up with a little Lilith yellow. And then we got white sands to top it off, right? So those are like my 4 go-tos. Right now, I painted them with a whole bunch of different other kind of recipes, but right now we're doing this one because I want to. All right. Now, between the 4 colors that you have, I normally do a mixture of like a 50-50 of each one of them. Going from like Gobby Brown to the dark yellow. That gives me kind of like my dark mid-tone. And then the middle and the brighter yellow, mix those 2 together to give me my bright mid-tone. And then the white is your edge highlight. So that's what I normally do. Okay. And of course your Gobby Brown is your dark and your base that I start with. So normally I'll take the dark and Gobby Brown, mix those 2 together. Gives me some creepy, gross caca color. Gives me a gremlin caca color. I like kind of mixing it where it has more of a yellow than the brown. And I'll pull from that, and then I'll still add like way amount of yellow to that mix. And then I'll bring in that Lilith yellow in there as well, just to get this thing bright enough. Get out of there. Got chunks of paint. Got a little bit of that off to the side with more Lilith yellow and some white. And that kind of gives you a bright color. All right, let's go with this and start sketching in colors. This is going to be really difficult because this model is, the pimp cane is super thin. So here's an example. We'll start on this piece because this is the only big piece that we got. It's right in that center there. It has like a rat belt buckle on it. We'll sit there and we'll do a white. Just go straight into the white. We'll do the white highlight right off the jump. And normally I like hitting those like this. Like that. And then I like just coming straight down on that sucker. That's where the bling is. That's where the bling starts, right in the dead center. And then I'm gonna go one direction and then go the other direction. Maybe I screwed that up. We'll try. All right. Now the white side will have a dark, and then you'll go into a dark mid-tone on one side, and then the other side you're gonna grade up, and then you're gonna grade down, right? That's about all I'm gonna do on one side. Then we're gonna go with bright color right next to the white. The brightest color that we got. Okay. I'm gonna go into the bright mid-tone. Okay, and then we're gonna go to the dark mid-tone. Right on the outside. Just like that. So that's kind of like the game plan of what you want to do, sketching them out, and that's how you're gonna get your non-metallic metal gold. Here, I'll try zooming in a little bit more so you guys can kind of see. Like the line work. Very close up. See if I can still keep it on the camera for you guys. Okay. So you can see right here, made the bright part right here. Right next to it is the darkest part. That'll be your gobby brown. And then that is your dark mid-tone on one side. Then on your bright side, then I'm grading it up, right? So it's gonna be bright, bright. Oh, because grading bright from dark, and then this goes dark to light, right? This is the dark mid-tone. And then the dark mid-tone goes on that side. And the very last edge, I'm sorry. See, I did it again right off the camera. Okay. This is the bright mid-tone. That's why I mixed two bright mid-tone and a dark mid-tone. Okay. Then I go ultra bright. This will be your highlight of your yellow. Goes right next to your white. You do this while it's still slightly wet, it blends together really nicely. Go into that dark mid-tone again and hit that right outside part of this little wolf symbol thingy that they got. This right here is the brightest it's going to get on this side because it's definitely brighter one side than the other. On there. And then go straight into gobby brown. And then that's what's going to divide this line right there. Just like that. Okay. Now, I actually blended in so easy because it's not a whole lot that we're doing. So now we're going to do the same thing with the pimp cane. Okay. So we're going to start with our bright white first. Okay, we're going to etch in our line. We're going to go a line all the way down. Started from the top, hit right there. Just kind of trail this sucker all the way down. It's just so small that it's going to be very difficult to kind of keep this around. Drop. And like I said, again, I'm gonna radiate one color way or the other, but eventually this one's all gonna end up with the same thing all the way around. So let's go into that highlight. It's a very bright yellow. Go right next to the white. Already looking like gold. It's good. Now I got a bright mid-tone, which is, like I said, is the Gabi brown mixed with the yellow, that hard yellow, that Marduk yellow that we had with a little bit of that Lilith yellow, making it a brighter one. I dropped it in the finished products. Cool, let's go and take a look. And then we're gonna go right next to that one. And now it's gonna start going. It just starts looking like gold, baby. That's what we're after. All right, let's see if that focuses of some kind. Let me go into the Discord finished projects. Nice. I like this little thing. This is a cool miniature and I like it. And again, you always find these really cool miniatures. Very nice. Quick victories are nice. What's up, Reethius? How you doing? How are you doing? Yeah, and his beard has like a beehive in his beard. Emperor hates everything, dude. That's the problem with the Emperor. But then you know what? He hates so much of everything that makes him a heretic, you know? I said it. Doing good? That's good to hear. Trying to make a 30k tactical squad to 40k Iron Warriors and Scepters. Scrap modeling 110%, but how Marines have Maglock chainswords. Bolt pistols and holding bolters in hands and ammo. Grenades and equipment, and that's okay. What bugs me in the geometry doesn't fit. Chainswords have exhausts in the same side where it should be maglocked. Angles do not. Not angling. Yeah, I get what you're saying, Nemo. We're taking a 30k tactical squad and making them in 40k Inceptors. I guess that'll work. Yeah, Emperor said, get off my lawn. Yeah, get out of my golden bubble, sucker. For my minis and put the sand guard I got. That you got from? Yeah, that you bought from me. Here to your back, front and center. That's awesome, dude. It's awesome. I got a whole bunch more I got to paint up for my own Blood Angel army. I do have a single set of the new Sanguinary Guard, so I'm going to put one in each, because you can roll with 6. Rule of 3, 6 in a unit. So I got 15 of the old Sanguinary Guard, and then I got the new box of Sanguinary Guard with the 3 of them in there. And I'm going to put one new one in each of the group of 5. I just need to upscale the base. Give me wings or give me death. I agree. I agree. Show non-metallic metal. Didn't see it. He didn't saw it. You didn't saw it. We're getting there. I have this thing extremely zoomed, so it could get a little fuzzy me moving around too quickly. All right. Now we're going to get into the dark mid-tone. I have a bright mid-tone and a dark mid-tone. I needed to take up a little bit more here. Dark mid-tone can pretty much take up majority of the model as it is. I think it needs to be a little darker, actually. My bad, I kind of want a little, it got a little too bright yellow here. There we go. And I just want to make sure that there's this nice little thin line of gobble brown right next to the white. Okay. And then from, oh, sorry. My gosh. Yeah, you saw enough of the non-metallic metal on the friggin' Sigmar chick. Or dude, whatever. It could be whatever. And then we need a little bit of this gobbo brown, just a touch. Let's go and reintegrate that in there real quick. This is my miss, yeah. And then that's how that's literally how you're getting gold out of this thing. You got the white integrated, highlight right next to it. It's so small of an area that I don't even think that you can actually like glaze anything here without it just being a ginormous mess. So if you kind of just work on this fact of just kind of making the narrow lines, you should be relatively good. Okay. Get a little bit more of that mid-tone gold here. Just like so. All right. And we'll take a little bit, well, okay. Take a little bit of this white, let's start giving it the bling. Dang it. Keep doing it off the camera here. Sucking, guys. I'm sucking. I have to throw in the towel here because I suck so bad. Doing white. Again, this thing's so thin that you're not gonna really get any kind of glazing going on here. It's just too thin for it. Highlight next. Again, I'm sucking again. Can't keep this thing on a camera for the life of me. My camera view is like literally just like 2 inch by 2 inch. Like just sneezing can give me like, breathing too heavy can pop me off of this thing. Dark mid-tone. And then of course you get the little gobbo right there. Little gobbo brown, just a little bit. A nice little thin line of it. And then that literally just kind of golds that whole thing out. I'm gonna give this like 2.5 just to calm itself. And I gotta go and yell at the boy. I'm tired of him yelling and screaming, throwing cuss words and stuff. Oh, someone just cut my legs off. They hurt too much. Just cut my legs off. Going with white. Bright yellow again. I'll make this a little wider. Let's go this bright mid-tone. Dark mid-tone. little bit of that strip of that Gobby Brown. And we got his little pip cane. Right. Same thing here with the top. Bright yellow. Bright yellow. Got another sneeze coming. Dark mid-tone. And then that little strip of Gobby Brown right next to the white. Perfect. Taking this white. Take this white. Something out of that sense. I'm gonna back this thing up so I can stop being off camera so bad. But that'll give you your generic way of getting your non-metallic metal gold on there. We're working on, what's his face? Kritza? Well, I don't know if it's a he or she. That's a great question on that one. So Kritza, the Rat Prince. Well, I guess if you're saying a prince, then it has to be a dude, right? So I guess it's a dude. Kinda looks like a chick. Especially rocking those boots, but it's a dude. The Rat Prince, this guy is a character model for a game called Age of Sigmar. It's a tabletop game. And for Age of Sigmar, made from Games Workshop, is the actual company that makes these little plastic miniatures. They come in little sprues like this, and you clip them all out, and you scrape them all up, and you glue them all together, and then they turn into something like this, and then you paint them all up, and then they're made for an actual board game. So that's what this one is, and this one's for the faction army of the Soulblight Grave Lords is what they're called now. They've gone through some name changes. A 30s dude would kill for those boots. Heck yeah, man. Those are like Jack the Ripper boots. So now we're kind of like down just to making the blade, the non-metallic metal blade. The face and the hair, but honestly, I feel like I don't want to go on anymore. My legs are hurting that bad, guys. Like, I just hurt all over. I think I need to just go lay down. Yeah, that walking staff, dude, that's a pimp cane and a half, dude. Just that blinging gold friggin' heath of the sword. Like, that thing is solid, man. Solid. Actually, let's finish up the gold up on the top part of the hilt. I think it's called the hilt. Again, we'll take white. Get this little, I mean, everything is just it's so small on this miniature that anything you're doing is very minute. Doing some bright mid-tone, bright mid-tone, dark mid-tone, and I think that's all we can fit in this thing. Okay, so now you can kind of see it. And he's wearing like this rat pelts all over him. And then he has kind of that, almost a little bit of that, like, you know, that French demeanor on that, where it has like that, what is that blue gray called? It's called, comes from a weed. When the French use it way back in like the Neapolitan area, the Neapolitan area. It's called woad. Is it woad? Am I thinking of the same word there? It gives you kind of like that gray blue look. It's like a light gray blue look. And then of course you have like that kind of that typical red that they would have mixed with the colors there, so it kind of gives it that little that ritzy French 1700s look on them. And then they kind of have like really long boots too. But yeah, this model's going by a lot quicker than I was expecting, which is all right because we got a lot of commissions to do. I still got 2 massive commissions to do after the other 2 that we just did. So we were just doing the last, half a dozen streams. We were doing the salamander character units. So we got Vulcanistan. This is for same company, Games Workshop. But then they have a sci-fi game. The one that I'm working on is a fantasy game. So this is a fantasy. He's like a vampire, okay? And then you're getting into, sci-fi where they're all in space and spaceships and space armor and flamers and cool blades that glow and choppy chop and all that kind of good stuff. And then, so we just finished Vulcanistan. We got all the glow effects of the OSL all over this miniature. And then we got Adrax. And we finished this one up as well. Pretty solid miniatures. These things are pretty cool. Like each one of these ones. This one here needs to get varnished. This one's been varnish coated so I can put my grubby fingers on it without rubbing the paint. This one here, tomorrow I'm going to do the varnish coat on these guys and get them shipped to their home. After we're done with the rat prints, and the base that he will sit on is this thing right here. Looks like a sewer. And I am working on getting a grate without having to chop up one of my my terrain pieces. So I gotta make a mold press so I can actually put one right there. Try commission. It depends. It really honestly depends on the miniatures that I'm doing. And if it's miniatures that I have on hand that you're going to be buying the miniature from me and painted, or if you're going to be sending me miniatures to paint, they change. So it kind of depends on what I need to paint and what I'm painting. If you want an idea, well, actually you're on YouTube. Actually, let me think. I don't know if !eBay is one of the commands on my YouTube thing. But you can go over to my eBay store. Just go on my eBay store, !eBay, or just go on to eBay and put in Wicked Minis, and my store should pop up there. We'll give you a rough idea of like what I charge. It's not crazy. I'm not out of. I don't think I'm out of line. I don't think I'm out of line. But I got some more miniatures to put onto my eBay store. It'll happen this weekend. So I've been working on Necrons. So I've been painting like a ton of Necrons. And then like this dude here, this is the Triarch. Or whatever this freaking spider dude's called. He'll be on my eBay store. I'm thinking like something like that. That went by pretty quick. That was like, I might be selling him for like 140 bucks on my eBay store. And then I may put up, I don't know, I think it might be pushing it if I put 150, but maybe 140 for a miniature. I don't think I'm too far out of line for my commissions. I feel like I don't want to break anybody's bank, if that means it. But then also I need to make sure that it's worth the time that I spent on them. But like little dudes like these, this is a Plasmancer. I think I'm gonna throw him on eBay for like 45 bucks. You know. So it really depends. But then it changes. Now if I'm gonna have to do like a big old giant freaking, you know, like a giant piece and stuff like that, like, you know, like big demon princes and stuff like that, like things change. It just depends on what I have to do. Like if I'm doing like a bunch of space bros for you, that changes. Like character models, always spend extra time on character models because those are, you know, they're character models. They need to stand out a little bit more than others. Demon princes do. I got demon prince is my next commission piece. I got demon prince and I got Fulgrim, so I got an actual Primarch I have to do. And those change, and the prices of those change because of the size of the miniature and what I have to put. And when we get into Primarchs, I really got to put everything I have into a Primarch. I just did Mortarion not too long ago, and he's like, I got to put everything in it. And a lot of times you're probably getting a lot better of a paint job than than you paid for, because I always had to put a little wicked touch on it as well. Because I'm selling my art on these miniatures. So I really want to try to get out there and do things. Like I'm doing all this work on this miniature and he just turns out to just being a giveaway model at the end of the month. Like that's all this turns out to be. It's like I would say you're under. You're like, I feel called out. That's funny. Probably more so than others. Yeah. My rates might have to change if I start putting some golden demons under my belt, and then I'll be like, all right, fellas, this is how it's gonna be. This is how it's gonna be. But yeah, Mr. Oogly Boogly, if I said that name, just hit me up. Just hit me up, it's easy. And I appreciate it. Appreciate the love over there on YouTube. I need it, so thank you. I really need those subs, the likes on the videos. I really do appreciate it. Just hit me up. It's easy. Like, just hit me up. You can hit me up through Instagram, Discord, whatever. You can send me. I don't know if you can send messages through YouTube. That's a good question. I'm not 100% sure on that one. But yeah, just hit me up and stuff and see like what you have in mind and what you want me to do. And then I can easily give you a response. I've painted thousands of miniatures. I think I can say rightfully I've painted thousands. Just last year, 2025, I think I was like 600 miniatures for the year. I was rocking miniatures. I'm doing pretty good this year. Shoot, this year, this is in January and February, like just to now, I'm over like 200 miniatures already. I'm already breaking almost half of what I did last year, just the beginning of this year, dude. I'm killing it. You gotta paint your stuff? Yeah, they're gonna be great. The Demon Prince will be first, so I can get kind of the skin tones and everything done, and then everything will be set up for Fulgrim when I paint Fulgrim. Fulgrim's gonna look good. A Scion's the Prince of Pleasures, yes. Well, it's gonna be a lot of purples, it's gonna be a lot of magentas. And then of course like all armor panels and stuff. Except for Fulgrim. Fulgrim has all gold panels. Like all his stuff's like all gold. It's his actual skin tone color that we need to rock. So I think we're gonna go for like a mild purple going into that straight up magenta pinks for his all snake body, and then of course he has like all the gold panels on him. Most of his stuff is gold on him. He's a Primarch. Most Primarchs have all gold on them. Yeah, I think I'm gonna head out for the night too, because I am tired, I am sore, I am dying, and we're getting so far on this miniature. I'm gonna smoke through this guy. This guy is tiny, not that much details. I actually put more details on this miniature by putting all the hashing of the fabrics of his clothing and everything else, and then the rats and everything. We gotta make the rats look good. And all we have to really do is just his blade, his face, and his hair. And then I need to get that base ready to rock and roll so we can get him sitting in there. So, yeah, I've been solely on just one brush set now. I was doing a lot of Monument Hobby Pro brushes, like these guys. Monument brushes. I do like a lot. I'm a big sable fan because I like holding the moisture. It's super dry here, so I don't like keep on reloading my brushes a lot. I kind of like going for some time. So I do like the sables. They're okay brushes, but I've been really digging on my Foxbite brushes. So these are the brushes I've been using. I've been using these things for the last couple years now. Foxbite hit me up one day and then sent me a bunch of brushes to test. And so I tested the ones that I like the most. So all these brushes that I get are from Foxbite, and these are the main three brushes that I normally paint with all the time, like all the time. So these are the ones that you'll see me painting non-stop all the time. So these ones here come from the 7 Deadly Sins. There's actually 7 brushes of these, but I normally use the 0, 1, and 2. And normally I go on like you can get these things on Amazon. The Foxbite, you can use Wicked Minis and knock some money on it too if you put Wicked Minis for a discount code. But these are my go-to brushes. And then there's like 7 of these brushes for the 7 Deadly Sins. There's another one for like the 4 Musketeers, and they come with 2 regular round brushes, but they're a little bit bigger of a brush. And then there's 2 of them that are arrow tip brushes. This used to be an arrow tip brush. As you can see, like the flat handle here, and then it actually used to go into a tip. Like so. And these are arrow tip brushes. They cover quite a bit of surface and stuff like that. I use them quite often as well. And then like if I was using like dry brushing, if you're doing dry brushing and stuff, like I love GW dry brushes because I like chisel brushes. Now I got a million. See, like I got a million round brushes, like these big round brushes. Like I got like a million of these things, and they do good if you're doing some like real big pieces. Like these are excellent. But I love chisel brushes, like chisels. You know, they're just big they're like flat blade screwdrivers of brushes. And actually GW brushes are excellent for them. I love their chisel brushes. Can't complain about them. I like them. Because like my army painters, there used to be a chisel brush, but now look at it now. It's just like a big old round brush right now. There used to be a chisel, and then now it's just a big fat roundy. And it just doesn't hold its shape. And the GW ones actually hold their shape, so I can't really complain. So I like those. I like these big base brushes, and I use them for dry brushes too. They actually hold together relatively good. But I don't like the rest of GW's brushes. All the rest of their brushes kind of suck. But, and then Army Painter brushes. Oh my God, Army Painter brushes are terrible. But, and I think pretty much all their stuff is not that great. Not that great. I'm not a big fan of the Army Painter brushes. I had a lot of people talk about Opus brushes, which I can imagine those Opus brushes are pretty good because they come from that Rosemary and Company. You probably could just buy them from Rosemary and Company, the Cindy brushes and stuff like that, so you don't have to pay for the brand name of Opus. But yeah, there's a handful of them you can go through, but those are my favorite ones so far. Is those Foxby brushes. He's an excellent guy. I love working with him and stuff like that. And I do love those brushes. They're good. And I think there might be a golden maple brush, but maybe they're a little slightly different than the golden maple, but maybe from the same company, but maybe a different kind of brush size or whatever. Let's see here. You can't maintain your brush. Dude, I don't maintain my brushes at all, dude. These things have never been cleaned in like 2 months. Like, look at this. This thing already has like a crazy hair hanging off of it. Dude, I don't take care of my brushes at all. Are you kidding me? Like, look at all that freaking paint and crap all on them, dude. This is like months worth of freaking... Dude, I got so much paint, there's like a buildup right on the ferrule here and the bristles. And they just like don't go away, dude. They don't go away at all. Like, I am the one that just, I mean, this is what brushes happen. Like, that's all I want. And I still use this brush. Look at that freaking thing. Came from a freaking grade school freaking classroom, dude. Look at that, dude. That's what I do to my brushes. There's no way of getting that to come back, like, ever. All I do is I just cut off the ends and still keep going. Like, you just sit here and just keep chopping them off. Get some freaking nice little haircut scissors and stuff, and I just sit there, I just whack these things. I keep using them. I don't stop. I use them until there's freaking nothing left of these bad boys. Look at that. Look at that. There you go. Okay, now it's all back to relatively okay and workable. I destroy them, dude. I destroy them. And they're so expensive and you shouldn't be. But like my favorite like brush cleaner, there's two actually. I like the Goop. The Goop is good. Like that's some goopy goop, dude. That's brush goop right here. That comes from Monument Hobbies. MonumentHobbies.com. Friggin' Goop. You can throw some Wicked Minis on that for a discount too. This one's kind of cool too. These are from Chronicle. I got this from Adepticon in 2023, and they had some brush soap here. And this brush soap's actually, Chronicle has some really nice brush soap. I really do. I do like their brush soap. But the Goop is really good too. I really like this stuff. It's like just a bunch of goop. I love this stuff. These are my favorite. I've dealt with Masters, but I do like the Goop, and the Chronicles are pretty nice too. Mine are like a paint shop. Cool, thanks for sharing. Been painting for about a year, so I like to hear other painters' opinions on product. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. And like, I'm like, yeah, whatever you want to dig in. And then also a lot of it comes down to personal preference. Like, a lot of people are more into sables. Other ones like the synthetic brushes. Nothing wrong. Whatever floats to make your paint jobs better, I mean, go for that. If they're simple, like I know some other viewers here and stuff, they go to Michael's and buy those like a bundle of paints for paint brushes for $5. They love them. They love them. I mean, I destroy them. They're like these ones. I think they're Master's Touch. These are Master's Touch rounds. You know, you can buy these things in like freaking 12 to 20 of them. Like number 2s. You could just buy a bunch of them like $5. And these things are cheap as hell. And you can sit there and just start smoking through them. I use these ones to put on the Dirty Down products because they beat up your brushes really bad. I don't like using a new brush if I'm using Dirty Down stuff. Like what I mean is like this stuff. So this stuff here is from Dirty Down. This is a verdigris. Stuff is rough on brushes, like rough. So I don't really I have like specific brushes, cheap brushes if they're gonna get destroyed. That's like the same thing if you're using like what's that GW something corrosion, whatever it's called. Dude, that thing just eats brushes. Use the cheapest brush that you could possibly find. Favorite brush, it lasts 4 months now. It has like 1 hair left. That's funny. On the left shoulder pad so I can put the salamander ones on the model. Absolutely. Absolutely. Yeah, you gotta not have the Ultra Bros freaking symbols on there if you're gonna throw them in salamanders. All right, guys. I think I'm gonna call it quits. Like Tuesday, or I don't know if I'm gonna stream Sunday because that's Super Bowl Sunday. I think I might just take that day off. So we'll get back to this on Tuesday, and then we should be able to wrap this up. And I should have enough to get the base ready by Tuesday because this bottle is gonna fit on this base. All right, so this looks like a sewer. It has a little sewer pipe here, little pipes going up here. I have a little brick, I have a little runoff here. Then I'm gonna put like a graded something or other right here on this piece, and then this model here pops off here, and then it goes like so, like that. And then you can kind of see the shadow effect right here. We're gonna make it look like a big giant rat. So he doesn't really look like an actual dude. His shadow gives it away by being a giant rat. So I think that'll be kind of a cool little miniature right here. Has some little toxic gooey crap coming out of here. I think it'll look really cool. So that's where we're gonna be. That's the direction we're gonna go. And then this thing here will be ready for my sub appreciating. It was a prize wheel, but I only got 1 now, so no more prize wheels. So, end of the month, sub supporters over here on Twitch. I really do appreciate it. That is one rat bastard. A bastard. Alright, guys. I'm done. I don't want to do anymore. I hurt so bad. I can't even focus on anything. My legs hurt so bad. Oh, it was such a mistake going back to work. I don't even want to work anymore. You guys are just going to have to support me while I'm painting miniatures. I refuse to go back to work. That hurt so bad. I'm so sore. Like, I'm so sorry. I'm like, dude, that was like a big old warehouse. 80 freaking boxes I had to freaking check, dude. That was like 80 squats. That's 80 freestanding squats in like a row. I'm like, I am so sore. It's like a bad day, leg day at the gym, man. It's bad. As long as people support me running games, dude, I am about ready to start doing anything, man. I'm sitting there, I'm like, man, I went to work yesterday and now I'm hurting so bad from it. I'm like, oh my gosh, I've been like weeks out of work and then getting back into work, and I'm like, I don't even want to go back to work. Like, I don't want to go back to work at all. But anyways, guys, I appreciate you guys coming and hanging out with me tonight. Thank you guys for making my Friday special. Thank you guys for the follows, the subs, resubs over here on Twitch, over there on YouTube. Thank you guys so much for the subs. That means follows over there. I really do appreciate it. I do need your guys' likes, and follow me over there on YouTube. I'm trying to do that Destiny grind all the way up to 1,000. So if you guys can help me out with that, I greatly appreciate that. Trying to make some dreams come true here, you know. So let's try to get that goal of trying to get to that 1,000. Then maybe we can do a dual giveaway, one for Twitch and one, well, we always do one for Twitch and then a giveaway for YouTube when we get to that point where I can start getting affiliated with YouTube. So we gotta make that grind. We'll get there. I'm a patient person. But thank you. Honestly, thank you. You can hit me up over on my Discord, exclamation mark Discord. Shout out to the sponsors above. If you can see it over here, you're more than welcome to use those commands in chat, or you can go over to my Discord, exclamation mark Discord. They'll be over in my sponsor affiliate links. You can use those links, use those discount codes as much as you like. Save on those hobby dollars. That's all I can say right now. Everything's freaking a fortune. So a little bit goes a long ways. You know what I'm saying? So use that as much as you like. Also, I have my eBay store, exclamation mark eBay, or you can go on eBay and put in Wicked Minis and find my store over there, exclamation mark eBay, and it's over there on my Discord as well. Head over there. There's another way of supporting my stream too, is buying my miniatures. I really do appreciate it. All that money funnels back into my stream. It doesn't go anywhere else but here. And I'm gonna need to start now. 5 years has gone by. Things are keeps on updating all the time, and I think I need to start updating equipment and get some better feeds going here on my stream. So all that stuff starts funneling back over here, and then it kind of somewhat supports my hobby. So I do appreciate that. So thank you guys. I've been putting on a bunch of Necrons. More Necrons will be going on to the eBay store here soon. Also, hit me up on my socials. You can get me on Instagram, Facebook, all those other social media platforms. You're more than welcome to go over and give me a follow over there. I do need the help there, and I don't post enough on it, but I should be posting more on there. But it takes a lot of time, and my sole focus has been here on Twitch and YouTube, so I've been trying really hard, guys. But it's difficult when work is getting involved and all that kind of snaz. But eventually here, hopefully we'll be leading in the direction of just being full-time painter, because I'd rather just do that. That sounds like so much more fun than what I'm doing right now. So thank you guys. Do appreciate it, like always. Let's see here. That's about it. All right, that's about enough for my spiel. I'm done blah, 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 blah out of my face. So let's go ahead and refresh my Twitch. Let's see who is out and about. Oh, cool. Perfect. 46 and 2 is going. I gotta get going. I'm hurting so bad. I don't know what the heck to do with myself right now. Let's read 46 and 2. Should have just hit him up for a collaboration and just started doing it 46 and 2. So we can just sit there and chit chat and bullshit and drinking scotch. That sounds like an excellent idea. So let's go over there and see what he's up to. He's another fantastic artist, guys. You gotta really check out his work. He's doing some excellent work. Working on those World Eaters and those Dark Angels and stuff that he's been working on. They look phenomenal. I love those pieces. Let's go over 46 and 2 and see what he's up to. Other than that, guys, you guys have a wonderful weekend. I don't think I'm going to stream on Sunday because that's Super Bowl Sunday. I think I'm just going to take the day off. So we're doing really good. So we're really good ahead of schedule on getting this miniature done in a proper time. So we'll just fire that back up on Tuesday. Other than that, guys, thank you so much. Have a wonderful weekend. I'll see you guys on Tuesday. Till then, take care, and I'll see you guys later.
Yo, who's that?